From the top. From the top of the Silver City Ballroom, it's the Dirty Laundry Show with Joey Clifton and the Meatball.
So you people laugh here. Some of you think I'm a little cuckoo.
When are you people going to stand up for us?
I do not feel safe. I take that as a threat.
So let's talk about the library.
Yeah, but they can't.
Don't make me make an excuses just yet.
No, you're full of shit. Big
You're
cause.
full of shit.
No, listen.
He comes running out of the woods with a flamethrower, dude.
Whole life out here enjoying the journey.
Sometimes I cannot help myself. I just tell people that they're stupid.
We like to call him Ninjalito.
That's his fame.
Hello, Joe.
This was the largest event held on the green. My estimates were 4,000 plus. Others said there was at least close to 5,000 people.
Wow, that's fantastic.
You want to get into it? Let's get into it.
I like that look. All right, so we're running a little late here. I got like a whole bunch of new stuff, and my well, not new stuff, but you know what happened?
Technology happened.
No, my computer updated, and it messed everything up. So
Yeah. Thank you, Bill Gates.
yeah, so but all right, this is working at least. There you are, all covered up.
I was dancing for a second.
What?
I was dancing.
Yeah, I think we should start off every episode like that with you.
We should build a stage here in the corner then.
A stage?
Right.
I don't think the room is big enough
If I'm
for
gonna
that.
go dancing, I'm gonna go big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, I even had a real nice split screen of us, but
What happened?
I messed it up. But I do have this. Yeah. So that's good, right?
What's that?
So much happened this week.
Really?
Well, I guess, kind of.
All right, you're gonna lead. I'm gonna support you with jokes.
Thank you very much. Meanwhile, I got a lot of complaints, Meatball,
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
of the chats, of you not correctly reading the chat room.
Yeah.
So now I have a huge. Let me see it here. Let me see if I can do this. I have a
Good
huge-
luck.
There you go.
I'm still in charge of-
I've got multiple things there, so I can read the chat room, and I don't have to rely on you.
Dude,
Thank
you had
you.
a loop in the loop in the loop in the loop in the loop. Point the camera on your laptop again. It's gonna loop in the 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 loop.
Yeah, well, we don't want that. Yeah, there's the ever-ending loop, and Jim is over there filming. Okay.
Being loopy.
All right. So anyway, what was I saying?
People were complaining that I wasn't reading all
Yes,
the comments.
yes.
I'm not
So-
here to read people's comments.
So now I can put the chat on somewhere so I could see it, which you're supposed to be doing. So you figure that out. You figure out how to get the chat on that TV so I can read the chats.
Oh, right.
All right? And don't mess it up. Anyway, so the COVID update from the mayor, which should be right there. Oh, see, that's why you weren't supposed to do that, because now I got to read it. So we got, let's see here. You got 3 different, what do you have here? I can't even read your, here.
I'll read it.
You see
You
what I'm
figure it
dealing
out.
with?
I read it.
I'm dealing with this.
They can't see that.
Huh? All right, you want me to take a second so I could see, so you could get the chat working?
I don't think it's open on YouTube in your phone.
Well, can you get it to work?
It works on my phone.
Yeah, but your phone doesn't help me. That's the problem. What's that, Jim?
So underground.
Huh?
So underground.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'll make it work.
let me mask up.
You
Yeah.
figure out this thing. I'll figure
So
out this
underground.
thing.
Wait, what?
You figure out this Kokomo stuff.
Figure that out. I don't even know what you put on here. What's Kokomo?
Kokomo is a place.
That's the senior center. I mean, one of the
Old people
assisted
home.
livings.
Old people homes,
Not
yeah.
old people home. Assisted living, right?
Tomato.
Then you have the Meriden Center. You have the Silver Springs and the Curtis home. Okay, so I think I could figure this out. All right, so the mayor's been updating us. This is from yesterday, but a lot of people have been wanting the breakdown of all of the, as you say, old people homes. And we finally got that. So Kokomo, they've got 100 beds, 31 positive patients, and 8 deaths. What are the 6 suspended COVID deaths? What's that?
Suspected.
Oh, suspected. I
There's
can't
8
read your.
confirmed, 6 suspected.
All right, here, you read it then. Go ahead. Everybody else
So
can
for
read it. too.
Kokomo, they have like 100 beds total.
You're so professional.
They have
Joe.
31 COVID patients in the facility, 8 confirmed COVID deaths, and 6 suspected COVID deaths.
Right.
Meriden Center has 130 beds. They have 15 COVID patients currently.
You say COVID really strange.
Okay. We can talk about that later after I finish reading the news.
Okay, go ahead. Read the
And
news.
Meriden Center has 0 COVID deaths.
Yeah.
I think it's because of his.
It's his accent, right?
Skokie accent.
Yeah, it's Skokie.
Yeah.
Well, people are trying to listen to the stats, and you guys are interrupting.
All right,
This
go
is
ahead.
Important
Well,
stuff.
you should be reading it the way it's on the TV.
Hey, man, just
What
let him
TV?
read.
All right. Anyways, Silver Springs.
There's a aggression rule, man.
You know what? I don't even care
So
anymore.
the
I
place
don't.
is called Silver
I
Springs.
don't even care anymore.
All right. Cool.
I don't care.
Okay, cool.
But the breakdown is on there, so we can finally see how many. There was actually one. Was it? All right, I'm going to go back to it. Was it the Curtis home
What about
that did very well with this?
That's the Meriden Center I just read.
Oh, the Meriden Center had
Right.
very low numbers and no deaths, right?
Had 0 COVID deaths.
Okay,
COVID.
so that's good,
David.
right?
Yeah.
Well, they said it was like 30% of all positive cases were from old people home,
Right.
right?
Yeah, but the thing is, how are these reported, and are they the same criteria to report?
Whoa.
What's a 6 suspected COVID death?
I don't know. It's better than 6 suspended COVID deaths, right?
That's a suspended, SUSP, suspected.
Yeah, suspected. Okay, so anyway,
Uh-huh.
that was that. I got to read this here. The Connecticut Air National Guard's Flying Yankees flew over to honor all the healthcare workers. So they flew over Apple Rehab. I think they flew over our hospital, and they kind of went everywhere. And so we went up on the roof of the ballroom, and we got a great shot of it.
Air it for the people. How come you're not reading all the comments?
There it is. Yeah, so that was a C-130 that flew over. Thanks, Jim, for the sound effects.
That's
Right.
just one plane. I thought
Yeah.
there would be like more.
Well, they did it over New York. They did the Blue Angels and what were the other ones?
Brown Angels.
No, there were 2. The Blue Angels and the. Come on, you know what?
And the
This is why
32nd Squadron.
This is why you guys should not drink before a podcast. And yellow isn't the right color for
Why,
for
it
a
doesn't look
podcast.
right?
Who's talking about?
All right, come on. Let's get professional here.
All right, Blue Angels, and I can Google it.
Was it the Devils? Not the Devils. Come on. What's the other? One's the Navy, one's the Air Force. You got the Blue Devils, and was it the Thunderbirds?
Something like that. Yeah.
Yes, Thunderbirds.
The Thunderbirds.
Yeah,
You
good
see?
job. See, you know. We were just testing you.
All right, I'm
Yeah.
going to read. Let's see. Sue is on there.
You've
Catherine
passed
is on
the
there.
test, Joe.
Catherine is on there. David Grodzicki's on
Hi.
there.
Hi,
Denise
Kathy.
is on there. Christopher's on there. See, this works out much better because now I can see.
Excellent. That's
Right?
awesome.
I mean, it's not a great here.
Integrating technology, y'all.
There you go. So I can see that now. Hi, Catherine. Very nice. So now I don't have to rely on Mr. Meatball not reading the things.
Wah, wah, wah.
So a lot of people have been saying, well, how come Joey isn't wearing a mask? But he's telling everybody else to wear a mask. And if you
I want
don't wear a
names. Who
mask.
said that?
Huh?
I want names. Who said that?
People said that. I got an email. Saying, how come you're not wearing a mask? So just to let everybody understand this, I go from my house to the ballroom and back to my house again. Meatball doesn't have a life, so he kind of does the same exact thing. If he's not at my house, he's at his house, and he lives alone, so there's no cross-contamination there. And then we've got Jim, who pretty much has no life and does the same thing. That's how come all 3 of us are here.
I live in the dirt.
You live in the dirt?
He lives in a teepee.
Yeah. So, they're trying to make it, just so you understand this, Meatball and Jim are trying to make it look like, oh, see, I'm following the rules. I got my mask on. They don't wear their
We're
mask.
scared of authority.
They just put it on for the podcast so people don't complain.
I wear mine all the time.
I like the aesthetic.
Yeah.
COVID's scary.
So last week we went over to Wise Guys. That's the local pizza parlor. They've been doing an amazing job, and they've been for Mother's Day. They offered a whole bunch of free food for different. They picked a different mother every single week. I mean, every single day. They opened maybe a month or two just before the pandemic hit, and you know, any pizza parlor in this town, you can't go wrong. And if you could do really good pizza, then you know you're safe to say that you got a great business. And Wise Guys has an excellent business. They've really made an impact on our town here, especially during a time when everybody is bored, everybody's going crazy. Our good friend Michael Simmons, and I didn't want to play his video because I didn't think it was right, but he posted a Facebook post. He was on our racist episode
Right.
a while back.
It was a
And
great episode. I like that.
yeah,
one.
he was talking about when the KKK came to Meriden, and he
had
was
a-
actually
you had
there.
A racist episode?
Yeah, we had a racist episode. And it was
And
very
I
good.
missed it?
Yeah, and you know, it was very heartbreaking. Colleen had sent me an email, said, "Did you see Michael's video today on Facebook?" And Michael lives in an apartment building, and he was just so pent up and so going crazy in his mind that he was just walking around his hallways.
Yeah.
I guess he made a big loop and through the doors down the hallway, and he was Facebook live streaming at the time.
That was cool. I watched it.
And he was just saying, you know, it's like I have 100 things to do, but I really don't have any. But in my mind, I have like over 100 things to do, and
Right.
he's going stir crazy, and a lot of people are. Like, we're lucky enough that we go outside. I go in my yard. I go on my deck. You know, if I have to go to Stop and Shop for something. Even if you're only there for 2 minutes, it's getting out of the house and doing something.
Right.
And the weather's been really crappy lately. So today was a beautiful day. It was like 80 degrees. Tonight's going to be some massive storms.
What did you do today in this beautiful weather?
I worked in the studio all day today. But
Weather's-
anyway,
weather's coming.
we felt really bad for Mike because, you know, I understand when anxiety kicks in, there's nothing worse than feeling anxious all the time. And he didn't want to take any type of anxiety medication or anything like that.
Right.
And, you know, so going back to Wise Guys, not to get off topic, but, you know, Wise Guys tried to do trivia. They tried to do some live streaming to entertain people while they were home.
And haters trip him up.
Yeah, but with you know, when you're in this situation and everything that's going on right now, like Mike is sitting at home going crazy, roaming the halls.
Yeah.
Something like trivia would have been great, you know, but somebody had to ruin it, and you know, anyway. So Wise Guys have been doing so much for the
What do you
community.
mean somebody had to run?
Now, I'm not going into it.
Come on now.
They've been doing so well with the town and really giving back. So anyway, somebody had called me, and I'm going to just show you the video of what we did. We made Wise Guys. Actually, I'll show you this. We made Wise Guys masks with their logo on them, and the girls that bought the masks from us and had us make them, they work for the healthcare system, so
Yeah.
they wanted something that could show like healthcare workers. So I put Our Heroes Wear Scrubs. And this is the video of us dropping the masks off and me meeting the ladies for the very first time.
That's very nice.
So here we are. We're about to visit Mike from Wise Guys, Mike and his wife, Mrs. Wise Guys, and deliver them some custom Wise Guys masks. And I feel like I'm wearing a turtleneck. Here we are. And apparently they are full. Isabel? This is Isabel.
And this is Patty. Don't hide.
And Patty. And we would give you a hug.
No, I know.
But we can't.
No.
So, these are those you give. And then these are your... Those separate. Go ahead. Just to fill you in, Isabel and Patty contacted me on Facebook and and said, you know what, Wise Guys does so much for the community. We want to give them 20 Wise Guys masks. So we're going to surprise Mike now with Wise Guys masks. Ready? Okay. So, we're going to do this for the podcast.
Okay.
Okay. So, with everything that you're doing with the community, and giving free dinners for Mother's Day and everything else, I got a message from somebody that wanted to do something really nice for you.
Really?
So Isabel and Patty brought you a little surprise.
Oh my God.
They paid for 20 Wise Guys, man.
Are you
for
kidding me?
you and your employees.
Oh my God. If I could hug you guys right now, I would, but we gotta do like virtual hug. Let's do some elbows. Guys, that means so much to me. Thank you so much. Those are beautiful. Thank you so much. That means a lot. Thank you. Really appreciate it. This is why, is this being recorded? This is why Wise Guys has the best fans and members and customers in the world. You guys rock. Thank you. When this is over, we're gonna party. Joey, thank you so much.
Hey, yeah. All right, get back to work.
I am, because we got a lot. Did you order a lobster dinner? Let me get it. Thank you, honey.
Good. Go. So that was our trip to go see Mike, and he's doing such a phenomenal job. And you know, I just couldn't get over the gratitude and of the community that somebody would call and say, hey, can you make these masks? And I was so happy to be able to do it for somebody that we
Right,
really,
but your whole experience about with the masks and the things you were doing with the masks was positive.
Yeah.
The community was great. It's not totally reflective of what's on social media.
Right.
So that's very positive. It's very good, especially at the hard times like this.
Yeah. So have you seen, the mall is going to be opening.
Right.
Which I don't necessarily agree with, but our mall is so empty that I don't really think it's going to matter. But our mall, I don't know if we want to call it a soft opening, but Connecticut's going to start opening in 5 days from now on Wednesday the 20th. And what they're doing is they're just letting people go to restaurants, but you could sit outside now in groups up to 4 people. So 4 people, if you get up, you could go in the restaurant to use the restroom, but you have to have your mask on.
4 people, how many tables? So you can have an unlimited number of tables and 4 people per table? Is that what you're saying?
As long as the tables are 6 foot away from the next guest, you could have as many tables as room you have.
So you have to have a big patio or big area to set up multiple tables, if anything.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people will go to the mall, though, because as you said, Mike and others are getting stir crazy. You don't want to sit at home.
Yeah. Well, I also know, a lot of senior citizens will go to the mall early in the morning and do laps and walk.
Right. Good
because
exercise.
it doesn't matter what the weather is like or anything like that,
Right.
So they're gonna start opening on Wednesday the 20th, and I guess they're gonna mark the floor like Walmart has, and I mean they don't really have. I guess each individual store will have its own limitations.
Right.
I think Marshall said that some of them are going to open and some of them won't.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really up to the business whether they want to open or not. And the ones that are going to open will have to make the markings on the floor and make the one-way aisles and really work on social
businesses
distancing.
are franchise, though. If they're corporate, if the corporation says they're open, everyone's opening up and all the employees have to go in.
Yeah. Amy said she'll be first online for TJ Maxx.
Oh, yeah?
See, I saw the messages. So keep chatting and I'll be able to see.
Right.
Well, one of the big questions is the casinos. So they keep pushing off Foxwoods and Mohegan Sun.
That's a lot of people in the
It's
closed
a
area.
lot of people, and we got a picture of what that might look like. Look at that. Would you play poker if it was like that? I think it's kind of cool.
A lot of people probably still would. It's something to do.
Yeah. Yeah, but I don't know. I mean, that's taking a chance, man. That's a lot of people. And
are they playing with chips or something else?
I don't know what they're. I don't even know where I found that. Somebody posted it somewhere, and I don't know which casino that is. But I'm sure that's something that we're going to see.
Right.
I mean, which is a great idea. I would love to have a plexiglass business right now. If you could get into plastics, it would be crazy. Sue says, thinking Mohegan Sun is trying to open after Memorial Day. Yes.
Yeah.
The comments go away too fast. Maybe it will be the first time it'll have people. Yeah.
Right.
So anyway, I think that's probably how things are going to start to look.
But you know how, like, back before COVID, you would shake hands with people and you would hug them and do all that stuff?
Yeah.
Now, I think people, even after COVID clears up, will be reluctant to show affection like that.
Oh, yeah, definitely. There's no more shaking hands.
Right. And people be started to wear masks just to be safe.
Yeah.
I remember when people used to make fun of the footage from Japan that we would get, that there were some people wearing masks. Why are they wearing masks?
Yeah, well, go on TikTok and all like the people in Asian countries are all doing their dances with masks on. They've been doing that before COVID-19.
Right.
You know,
but that's slowly coming this way. Watch.
And somebody was mentioning, you haven't really seen any flu outbreaks lately.
Right.
Actually, it was in Michael Simmons' Facebook video. He was saying, you don't hear. I don't know whether he was going on like conspiracy theory, but it's not really flu season now, so that's kind of why you're not seeing it. But everybody was saying in the beginning of this that the flu kills way more people. And I think the flu kills what, like 30,000?
But it's apple and oranges.
No, but how many does the flu actually kill every year?
I have no idea, but flu has been around for a while, so we can actually have relatively good statistics on what it does every year. COVID is new and just ramping up, so you can't really compare numbers.
But it's already outsurpassed anything that the flu ever killed in one season.
Right, but you also got to consider, is it because we took steps to prevent it from spreading?
Yeah.
Because for flu, we don't do much.
Do you think we're opening too soon? Because I kind of think we are.
I think it's all up to individual people.
Yeah.
Nobody's forcing you to go to the mall. Nobody's forcing you to go to Marshall's. You evaluate. You're responsible for your own health.
Yeah.
Don't wait for government or whoever or a governor or a politician to tell you it's okay to go. Just if you feel safe, go out and then go out.
Yeah.
If not, stay home.
Yeah. I don't know.
I mean, everyone has an opinion. Everyone's a doctor now. Everyone was a politician before COVID. So it's, I don't know. Just use your best rational thinking.
Dave says that the casinos are going to open in 2 weeks. You know what I think? I think that they're going to probably open in sections, maybe. I think what they're going to probably do is maybe just open the casino floor. Maybe, one or two restaurants. Like well, the restaurants are going to still have to, they're still going to have to be under the same
But those
rules.
restaurants are tight because the property's kind of pricey to be in there.
Yeah.
Like we went to a burger joint, everyone was sitting in a community table.
Well, and is it considered sitting outside if you're like, you're outside the restaurant, but you're still inside Mohegan Sun?
Right.
So I'm not sure whether that's considered like, but then again, are they governed under the same laws? You know what? They're not even laws. They're
tribal
guidelines to follow, which we should all be following.
But I think the tribal nations have their own. I'm sure they'll fall in with whatever the national guidelines are.
Do you want to be in that situation?
Do I want to? No, I don't. I don't want to go to the casino whatsoever.
I want to go to the casino for burgers.
Do you want to be in an enclosed area like that?
No.
We're already here. The studio's an enclosed area.
Yeah, but we're safe, I think.
Because 2 out of 3 are wearing masks. That's why you're safe.
Right, exactly. I'm the one that doesn't care about you.
Right, coughing right and left.
The odds are forever with us.
Yeah.
He mutes his mic and then coughs at everyone.
No, that was actually a real cough.
May the odds be forever.
Speaking of masks, don't forget that we are still selling masks.
Yeah.
For $10 each. Bluish, pinkish, and solid black. You could email dirtylaundryct@gmail.com. Right?
Yeah.
You know what time it is?
What time is it?
It is time for I got all new buttons here, so it's gonna take a second.
Dirty laundry.
There it is. The dirty laundry bit. So me and Meatball are driving
beep, beep.
downtown to go to Starbucks because only the drive-thru is open.
Mm-hmm.
And if you remember where the Record Journal building used to be in downtown Meriden, our local newspaper, there's a company called Haynes Construction. And they're building this massive multi-income apartment building. There's like condos, there's apartments. It's all mixed income. Actually, wait a minute. I got a picture of it. There it is. So if you remember downtown Meriden, where the Record Journal building is, there's actually a big hill in the middle of that entire complex. And if you look all the way over to the right, there's like townhomes. That's all part of it. This is all right in the center of downtown. Haynes Construction did quite a few things in Meriden.
I think there's a river where the rubble is.
Yes.
Are they putting some kind of
there's
culverts on pipes?
Yeah, the railroad tracks are to the right, and then in between the railroad tracks is a brook that they covered over
underneath.
Yeah, underneath. So we're walking around, and there's a guy like on the corner, and he's got a sign talking about wage theft, and then he's got this there. That is wage theft, and he's got the whole thing there. So
wage theft.
Yes,
sucks.
Come to find out that the owner of Haynes Construction,
Mr.
right?
Haynes,
I guess, he died and left
Senior
everything to his son,
Junior Haynes,
and his son isn't paying people. Like, people are building that building right now, and they are not getting paid to do that.
Well, according to my research, I think the construction companies into not paying their subcontractors.
Well, I believe that Haynes Construction, did they do the Meriden Commons? They didn't do
Lincoln,
24.
Lincoln Middle School.
They did Lincoln Middle School, but they also did the Meriden Commons, didn't they? They didn't do 24 Colony.
I can't tell you yes or no because I don't know.
I believe they did part of Meriden Commons because they had two different, job fairs. We actually hosted their job fairs for construction workers. Yeah. Boy, if I would have known then. So come to find out, yes, they built Lincoln Middle School here in Meriden, and they're not paying their contractors. And there's one guy I read in an article from not that long ago. They owe him like $500,000. He's a plumber, and he came here from another country. He got this job, his company, he formed his own, the American dream, form your own company, and they owe him like $500,000.
Yeah.
And Haynes is saying, well, we haven't gotten paid from the person who's paying us, so when we get it, we'll pay it to you.
Right.
Which is not the way you do business. If you're hiring a contractor, the contractor shouldn't care whether you're getting your money.
Right. But I think that what Haynes does, from my research, and this is my opinion, is they underbid. They provide a low number.
Right, because they're not paying their workers.
Then they strike construction.
Right.
And then say, hey, we don't have enough money. State, give us more money to fill it up.
Right.
And meanwhile, that's their excuse not to pay their subcontractors.
Well, there's an even underlying issue.
But that's how it's been happening since early 2000s.
Yeah, but there's a bigger issue than this.
What's that?
Longer than that.
Huh?
It's been happening longer than that.
Right, yeah.
Oh, yeah, you know the history of...
since the early 1900s, it's been happening.
Wait, Haynes Construction has been around that long?
No,
you're talking wage theft happened.
Wage theft,
Yes,
yeah.
I understand that. But you also, as soon as I mentioned this to you, you were like, oh, I know all about Haynes Construction.
Well, yeah. You're going to put me on the record?
Yeah, go ahead.
No, don't put me on the record.
Why are you so like...
You got a mask on.
Yeah.
They don't know.
They don't know who you are.
Peter, they don't know who you are.
That's true. No. It's wage theft, just like there's wage theft all across the state of Connecticut.
But I think it's a different wage theft. This is like a Trumpinian wage theft.
Did you just coin a new phrase?
Yes.
Trumpinian.
Sure, Trump, whatever.
Well,
it's where your subcontractor does all the work. They do a good job. They complete a part of your project.
But it's Trumpinian because Trump's been doing it since the 1980s.
Right. He's
it's nothing new.
Well, I think we said it even on a podcast. We know a guy down in West Palm Beach who, he does a lot of events at Mar-a-Lago. And he knows a lot of the times, like what Trump did was he hired a company to come and build a stone wall.
Right.
Right? The company finishes everything. They want to get paid. And Trump comes in and says, that's not the color wall it should be.
Right.
It should be this color.
Right.
Do it again. So what does the company do? Because it's Trump, they rip down the wall.
Yeah.
They put it up. It's the new color. And Trump comes in and says, nah, you know what? That's not the color either. You guys can't get this right. Get out of here. You're not getting paid. Meanwhile, he's got his wall.
But he's playing the game.
Hey, Joe.
Yeah?
Who does that sound like?
Who does that sound like? That sounds like many companies we have worked for in the past. Many companies.
Right.
We should go there on a whole nother show.
That could be a totally.
But it's like a
separate-
divide between the workers and the factory owners, right?
Right. Well, and so
Where the
anyway.
workers don't have any rights and the factory owners have all the protections.
Well, and that's what's happening with a lot of illegal immigrants that are doing all the manual labor right now.
Right.
There's no protection for them. These guys are working their asses off. They're doing, 15-hour days, doing manual labor, stuff that Americans don't want to do.
Well, let me ask you
regardless
this.
regardless of what anybody says, Americans don't want these jobs. So these guys are doing the jobs, and the owners
I
could
want
just
those jobs.
the owners could just turn around and say, well, you know what? I'll give you half to pay this week because there's a pandemic going on.
Right.
The construction has not slowed down on the couple of projects in our town that's been going on. But wait a minute. We're getting ahead of ourselves.
But let me ask you this.
All right, go ahead.
Why is general public mad at those illegal workers rather than the people that give them the work?
It's just an excuse.
But what is it the always guy on the bottom that gets kicked twice in the face?
Yeah.
And nobody talks about the people that hire those workers.
What was that?
I was just getting kicked on the bottom.
Oh. All right. Well, there's an underlying... actually, it deserves another one.
Dirty laundry.
It deserves two. Ouch! So who owns the property that Haynes Construction is building on?
Wait.
That's the old Record Journal, right? So it's the city?
Wait.
Yeah, it's too late. He already said it. Meatball already said it. The city owns the property. Okay? And
but
yes.
what?
Go ahead.
Is property even the
Oh,
issue?
no.
Yeah, but
we don't
that's
want
a totally different show.
Jim goes into this whole, property isn't property here if you don't
Yeah, well,
own
the
property.
city owns this. Also, the city owns the old hospital.
Property is
Yes.
theft.
So anyway, if the city wanted to build this building right here, right, that's well over $1 million. And I believe the law in Meriden is anything over $1 million is prevailing wages has to be a union job, right?
Right. Not just in Maryland. I think that might be a state stipulation.
Right. It goes by state.
Actually, I think it might be federal.
All right, could be. So
those are the rules. We
Right.
gotta abide by the rules. Some don't have to abide
So
by
anybody
the rules.
Prevailing wage.
Anybody who doesn't understand. So if the property is if the job is more than $1 million,
It's like the banquet facility.
whoever is building that building needs to hire union workers to
Right.
do it. And if you're not a union
or
worker,
hire workers at a prevailing wage.
right. So if you're a non-union company or a non-union worker, you're going to make the same amount as your union coworker.
The negotiated wage.
Right. So apparently it's non-union. So I'm getting ahead of myself. So the city owns the property, right? And what they're doing is instead of the city building that,
Right.
because really the city doesn't want to build it. They don't really want to. They don't want to run it. They don't want to hire a company
You
to
can't
run
say
it.
that. No.
Okay. Well,
Now with the banquet hall being another project that they want to. build.
yeah. So what they do is they hire a developer to come in, and they say, "Listen, it's our property. You come in, you build what you want to build
By your rules.
Your rules, everything. It's yours for the next 20 years, and at the end of 20 years, you hand it back over to us, the city."
Right.
So what happens is a developer like Haynes Construction comes in there, hires all non-union workers,
Illegals.
hires a lot of illegal people and doesn't pay them,
Right.
hires a lot of people under the table and refuses to pay them after the work is done.
Right.
The building gets built. Haynes charged the city an arm and a leg. Well, no, they didn't charge the city
They're
because
gonna
they
charge
built
the
it on their
tenants,
own.
too.
Right, they're going to charge the tenants, and everything goes to the developer, to Haynes Construction for the next 20 years, and then it gets handed over to Meriden, to the city. So the city got that building built without having to pay the prevailing wages or the union workers, and it doesn't matter who got paid and who didn't.
Right.
Property
Screw the little
is
guy.
theft.
Right. What?
Property is theft.
Yeah. Well, that's because you don't own anything, Jim. So you're not in this. You're not in this conversation.
What do you mean I'm not in this?
Go ahead. You want to do your?
Of course
yeah.
I'm in this.
All right. Go ahead.
Everyone's in this.
Go ahead. Give your property as theft thing. Go ahead. No. You've got the camera now. It's all you.
No.
What is your thinking
Please,
behind?
no, I'm
Come on.
remember I'm the guy behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait.
No.
Yeah, but if you're going to keep chiming in, then you have to give your excuse.
Elaborate.
Elaborate. All right, like so I get it. I understand like you buy your house and you have your property, right?
Right.
But if you don't pay property taxes, the city could come in and take it away. If you don't pay your
But
mortgage, then they could take it.
If there is no property, then there is no dispute.
Okay, so what is my house? That's not a property?
Well, if you want to claim it, yes. But why do you want to claim it?
Because it's mine
That's
and
where
I
he
bought
lives.
it. Because I bought it.
Because he needs a place to put his head down at night.
Right.
Okay, well, that's cool. We'll give you that. But what else do you need?
Who's we will give you that, though?
I don't know. We the people.
Yeah.
That's a totally different show. It can't be.
You're such a hippie. You really are. You really are a hippie. Go ahead. I'll put this back over here. You're not getting that anymore. That's all meatball there.
It's crazy.
So anyway, that's what's going on downtown. So I suggest if you live in the area and you drive past this building, I suggest you honk your horns as loud as you can. I don't mean to scare somebody up on a lift there, but you know.
My question is, where are the people going to park? Because these buildings are right next to streets.
Right.
It's crazy.
Yeah, they built it like right up against the.
Right. As soon as you open your front door, you're like on the street.
There's no parking there.
Doesn't seem like there. There might be something inside the whole concept.
In the middle, there's like a couple of handicap spaces.
But there's a parking lot across on the other side, on the back of this picture.
All right, so
so that's just a rendering, right?
No, I took that picture today.
Oh.
That's from today.
It's just across the street, right there.
Yeah, you could see it right outside.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so we fired Meatball from reading the comments, and I'm looking at the comments, and there's nothing there.
There's some comments in there.
Well, there's a couple of comments there, but there's nothing worth reading.
Well, that's always the case. And then somebody says something, and they're, well, Meatball's not reading my stuff.
Are there any questions? Any questions for Meatball or myself or Jim, being that he's here? Yeah, I see, Sue. Look again. A place to hang my mask. Trumponian. Oh, tell us. That's disgraceful. You see, I'm reading them, but there's nothing there.
Oh, Bert Smith's back.
Well, why?
I don't.
I can't see him. What do they say?
Dave is saying Bert Smith for whatever reason.
Bert Smith?
Yeah.
Who's Bert Smith?
We already went through that. We're not going through it anymore.
It's a
we
famous
figured it
persona.
out. And we figured that out. So anyway.
Yeah.
Wait, she's saying to look ahead. So I'm gonna see if. No, I can't see on here.
If you turn your phone sideways.
Yeah.
See, you have all these comments.
Okay.
So right now we're gonna have Joey go through all these comments that you guys were complaining that Meatball wasn't reading.
Yeah.
Let's see what he brings back to the show. What kind of wisdom you guys are sharing over there?
Yeah.
Any Q-tips crying?
Everybody's being very cordial. Good evening. Hello, guys. Hope all is well. Somebody chimed in the Thunderbirds. See, that would have helped if I would have read that at the time.
Right. You're not doing your job.
How many people would like live entertainment?
Huh?
A lot.
I don't know.
Oh, it's gonna take you forever to read through all this stuff.
No, I'm reading it right now, but there's nothing there. I mean, it's.
Well, you're not reading it all.
People agree. Wise Guys is good to our community.
Now I'm gonna get messages that Joey's not reading all the messages.
Lisa's there. Hi, Lisa. I'm reading them. What else? I'm reading them all.
Well, I guess you just have to be more.
Jim, they can't hear you when you whisper like that.
I'm sorry.
No, they can't hear you when you do that. Let's see. Why?
Sorry, Joe.
Wait, here's a question from Natalie. See? All right, I see it. Why do you feel like you have to explain why you're not wearing a mask? It's your building, your business. As far as I can see, you guys are also social distancing. Thank you very much, Natalie. I 100% agree to you. With you.
Nah.
Let's see.
What's new, Jim?
I feel uncomfortable next to Joe, to be perfectly honest with you.
Well, because he keeps on muting that mic and coughing right on there.
Let's see.
He's like, let me switch the camera on somebody else and cough a little bit. Mistreated him.
Wow, that's a hell of a laugh. So as you can tell, while I keep reading the comments here, we did absolutely no show prep. We were late to come on the air. Very unprofessional on Meatball's part.
Yeah.
So you never had more than 30 people.
But you had production.
Oh, in the mall.
You had
Right.
production.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, we set up our equipment.
You
I'm not
had-
sure if people can recognize that there's a bunch of stuff
You
on the
had
table over here.
You had a bit, Joe.
Yeah.
Bunch of computers.
Mohegan Sun opening after Memorial Day.
Bunch of cameras.
Sue, stop texting me because I'm not going to read those because we're doing a show. I'm reading these right here. Let's see. The sign guy was furloughed. Huh? Oh, I got it. So Bert Smith is in the chat room.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, well, now why didn't you tell me that?
Hey, you're monitoring the comments now.
Yeah, but
since
I'm
you fired
talking.
me from the position.
All right. Is that what everybody was trying to tell me here? Oh, Kimberly wants to know if Meatball shaved his head. Did you shave your head?
Is the camera on me?
Yeah, it's on you.
How can you tell?
No, there's hair under there, kind of. Yeah, no, there's hair.
And
Okay. He didn't shave his head yet. I don't know if he's going to or
I'm
not.
not gonna. People said no.
Huh?
People said no.
Not to shave your head? Why?
I don't know, because they like me and they're like, hey, people, you're pretty cool.
All right, so wait a minute. I'm waiting for Bert Smith to comment here. So anyway, for people that don't know, let me put this where we can see it here. So Bert Smith is a local troll on our local Facebook groups. He usually only comes out during political season, and then we kind of outed him. We outed him on our Dirty Laundry Facebook page, and then we got threatened by lawyers.
Whose lawyers?
They were going to sue the city. They were going to sue the town. They were going to sue the building.
Whose lawyers?
I have no idea. It's like, all right, listen. Number one rule: if it's on Facebook,
Oh, you should
it's
get the lawyers
public.
on here.
It's public if it's on Facebook. So anyway,
Get the lawyers on here.
we were just waiting for the next political season to come up to see Bert Smith again.
When is that?
When is that? It's coming up.
Right, with the Trump and Biden. You guys want to discuss this?
What is that? Hey, did you hear about
Hey, that guy, the old senator guy, I think he was vice president. He's gonna be running. Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know.
Crazy.
What?
Well, we should talk about the national arena with. Are they going and campaigning and stuff?
Well,
because
no.
I don't watch news.
What I heard, you don't watch news. What I heard was Trump
have you
is
seen
going.
What's happening with Vermin Supreme?
Is Vermin Supreme even running?
Oh, yeah, as a libertarian.
I want a
candidate.
pony. You can have a horse with its legs cut off, but I want a real pony.
Yeah. Wow, this is amazing. It's riveting podcast info here.
Go for it, Joe. What do we got?
I don't know. I'm trying to read what.
Who are these people?
Huh?
Well, let me turn on my stuff.
Who are these podcast people?
I don't know.
What do they want? Perhaps we should leave them alone.
Are we still live?
Yeah, yeah. It's just we have absolutely nothing to talk about because everything is being taken up by the virus, and I don't know. We don't have anything to talk about. You're still on your phone?
My.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you, Kimberly. Okay, so, boy, I was waiting for somebody.
How did you know you ran out of flour?
It's been a slow night because we have a Twitter account. So, the other day, I was bored. I had absolutely nothing to do. And I said, you know what? I'm going to make some fresh pasta. I'm going to make some fresh pasta sauce. So I got the recipe, my grandmother's recipe from my aunt, and I got the pasta. And I've done it before, but it's always been pretty much a disaster, like making the actual pasta noodles fresh by hand and then making the sauce. So I get all the ingredients. I have everything because I've done it in the past. And this time I was sure I was going to do this like with no problem whatsoever. And Meatball was over and I was going to show the Meatball how to make an actual pasta and all of this. I was like really proud and excited. There's no flour anywhere. I went to Stop and Shop. I went to Big Y. I went to a second Stop and Shop. I went to ShopRite. I went to Walmart, which I really didn't want to do. I went to Seatown and got one bag of flour. The problem is I need 00 flour. And Meatball's like, there's differences in flour? And I said, yes, there's difference in flour. I needed the semolina flour. I needed the 00 flour. Nothing. So I said, you know what? I got to get the regular all-purpose flour and try and make it, and it was a disaster. It wasn't a disaster. It came out okay, but because it wasn't the double zero and the semolina, all the flour was sticky, and it was a mess. But the pasta came out good, and the sauce came out good, and I put sausage in it. But my question was, and I put it on our Twitter account, where is all the flour? What are all these people making at home? They got to be all making cakes or something, because I didn't hear of a flour shortage.
But then you would get a cake mix if you wanted to make a cake.
Huh?
If you wanted to make a cake, you would get a cake mix.
Well, you just get regular all-purpose flour.
Well, tell people, when did you start making the
No, I didn't, Amy, but yes, that was a good idea for Tops. I should have gone to Tops because they reopened. That was our supermarket that...
Who's that Tops?
Sue did. There was a supermarket that burnt down, and they got a lot of donations, and they rebuilt it, and they opened like 2 weeks before the stay-at-home order. So I'm sure they got all sold out of paper products and stuff like that, but...
Right.
So what is everybody making at home?
So what time did you invite me for the pasta you were making?
I invited you around 6 o'clock.
And what time did we end up eating pasta?
I spent 3 hours searching for flour, and I think we started eating around 10:30 at night. So
it was delicious. You did a great job.
Yeah,
it was good. It was like I never had like a homemade pasta or Italian meal.
You think they're making bread, Kimberly? That's what everybody's making?
Yeah, they're baking bread.
Who's making bread?
Apparently, everybody's making bread, but
that's different flour, no?
But there was cake mix, there was pancake mix, there was waffle mix, but there was no flour. So if all these people were buying the flour, what were they making?
Didn't somebody say baking powder is also not in the stores? Kimberly's making all the bread.
Oh, Kimberly's making the bread.
Yeah.
There's a lot of cooking classes, and everybody is buying flour. Well, yeah, I could see that. I could see people.
Are they online cooking classes?
Probably. I mean, I watch YouTube.
Really?
Yeah.
On how to make bread?
Yeah. Well, I never made bread yet.
Cool.
Dave says gnocchi. I've never made gnocchi yet, but it's
What's up with
just
the whole
so heavy.
sourdough thing?
Huh?
What's up with the whole sourdough thing?
Sourdough? Sourdough bread is good.
Yeah, but why is everyone making it?
I don't know, Jim. I'm not sure.
What's happening?
I don't know.
I don't know either. But anyway.
Cool.
What else you got? Oh, focaccia. Focaccia. I focaccia.
Dr. Focaccia?
Yeah, focaccia. You know.
The Dr. Focaccia, didn't he get like blasted for something?
Father Focaccia?
No, the doctor.
Father. I think Father Focaccia touched children.
He was an anarchist and he got killed in Italy.
No, Dr. Focaccia. They were hanging out with Trump and telling people to wear masks.
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
Yeah?
No, that's Dr. Fauci.
Same thing.
I want a Dr. Fauci shirt. I really want a Dr. Fauci shirt. Or even we should start making Dr. Fauci masks. That would be kind of cool. Right?
Yeah, yeah.
So where is Bert Smith? I'm looking on the messages here.
Who?
I don't know.
Bert, the troll. I had a song, but I don't have it loaded in. The Who the Troll song. Because he came out of, you know what?
Bert's trolling you.
Are you 100% positive that is who we said it was?
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because it's just a little ironic after what happened last week.
What happened?
You know, well, with the whole, I'm not going to go into it again, but you know what happened last week. And it's kind of ironic that all of a sudden Bert Smith shows up on our YouTube feed.
I think anyone could change their name to.
Oh, there we
we're
go.
back. As I was saying, I think it's easy to change the name on your chat, live chat.
On your what?
I'm not sure how YouTube works, but I think it's easy to change your name to whatever you want.
Yeah.
On the live chat on YouTube.
Yeah.
So it could be anyone, basically.
Okay. Well,
I think so.
It is what it is, I guess. Well, we said we weren't going to talk about that anyway because people don't know who that is, or people that are watching.
Oh, your number one fan is over there.
Who?
Q-Tip.
Q-Tip?
Yeah, Q-Tip.
Oh, he's on?
She's on.
She?
Talk about what you know.
Stop.
Were you talking about abortion? Too late for her.
Huh?
Jim said something about abortion.
Okay.
No, I didn't.
What were you saying?
I said talk about what you know.
Abortion?
All right, so I'll give you an update. I am now receiving unemployment for the first time.
How does that make you feel?
Well, it's a little ridiculous because you end up you're supposed to be able to upload proof of how much money you've made in the past year, so they could give you the accurate amount.
Wouldn't
of
the government
unemployment.
already have
Joe, how much money have you made in the last year?
I can't upload it because we had to wait like a week for the upload button to show up. And once the red button showed up, we were good to go. Then it said, okay, we're going to have an upload button.
Prove to us that you're worthy
I can't
of it.
friggin' talk with you two. Shut the hell up. Both of you. My God. I can't get 2 words in without being interrupted.
All right, go.
Huh?
I'm not saying that.
Ready, go.
You said talk about what I know, and I'm trying to talk about what I know.
Ready, go.
Talk.
Okay. So we waited for the red button to appear, right?
Mm-hmm.
For self-employed and gig workers. Red button finally magically appeared. We hit that red button so hard, it was amazing, right? So then we finally start getting unemployment, and they say, well, you got to upload your taxes.
Right.
How much money you make, and we could adjust it. Well, there's no upload button. They say, oh, well, you got to wait a couple days for that. Now the upload button appears, right? Except it doesn't let you hit it. When you hit the upload button, a little message comes up and says all the things that you could upload, your Schedule C and your W-2 and all of this stuff.
1040.
And there's a back button and a cancel button.
Right.
You can upload what you upload.
It's kind of like, okay, well, if I cancel it, sends me back, or if I hit the back button, it hits me back. But then other people are saying, no, we have the upload button there.
Oh, so it works for other people? Did you try a different device? Were you trying your laptop?
Yeah, I tried my phone, I tried my laptop.
And same results?
Yeah. It's a nightmare. It's a mess. We still haven't heard anything. I've never got a stimulus check.
Why is that page run by the state, not federal whatever agency?
Well, because it's your state taxes.
But $600 is coming from the federal.
Yeah, but
level.
but they don't have to do any work. They know that you're a taxpayer. You're going to get that $600. It has to go through the state system because the state is the one giving you your regular, making you be acceptable to unemployment. You know what I mean? The state is the one that's.
So they kind of push the responsibility back in the state.
Of course.
Like, we'll give you the money, but you guys can figure out how you distribute it.
Yes.
And Connecticut always had a crappy unemployment site.
Right.
Or any site, even DMV or whatever, it's all ass backwards, which is weird because we're in 2020.
Yeah. I don't know.
You would think with all the money we pay in taxes and for cars and all that stuff, at least something would work.
Yes, you would think so. Hi, Linda. Don't say nothing.
I didn't say nothing.
Yeah. What
I'm
else?
just saying
I'm reading. I'm reading the comments here.
Cool.
People like the fact that I told you guys to shut up. That's good.
Who did? I want names.
Yeah, names, please.
Nobody said that. Let me look.
Give me your names.
What type of business should Economic Development Department do for the buy local next? Oh, yeah, the buy local. So we've got where is it? Eat local, win local is going on until May 22nd. So if you're around town and you spend at least $15 at a local restaurant and you spend another $15 at a different restaurant in town, you upload those receipts to meritonbiz.com, I believe.
Did you ever try that website?
Yeah, I've gone on meritonbiz.com.
Does the upload button work?
I didn't see whether there was an upload button or not, but you know, who knows? Who knows if it works or not? But yeah, that's going on right now, and you could win one of 2 $100 gift cards.
When's the drawing?
Well, it goes until May 23rd.
I thought it was May 20th.
No, it says it right there on the screen, May 23rd. That's where.
Oh, cool graphic! I didn't notice that.
Why don't you just look at the screen, man?
Yeah, but
that's all you got to do is look at the screen.
Well, now you took over the screen things. I just look at your pretty faces here.
Yeah, that works, right?
Yeah.
All right, so before we get going here, because this show has been like an utter disaster.
It's been fine on my
Why,
end.
Joe? Why do you think so?
Talk about it.
My sister's on here. Your sister is having her company make me take my
PTO time without my consent.
Without my consent because I applied for unemployment. Well, good for you. You should be on unemployment.
No, I think that's a problem, though. She's saying you should address her problem. That's ain't good for you.
Oh.
They're trying to make her cash out her PTO.
Bad for you.
See, I did make a mistake already. That's April 22nd. I mean 23rd. I don't know why that date is there. It's supposed to be May 20th, I believe. Right?
Yeah, May 20th.
It's supposed to be May 20th, but that date says April 23rd.
It started April 23rd.
Right? Okay. Well, it goes until May 20th, which is Wednesday,
Right.
I believe.
Because I think it was the same day where they were opening everything up, quote unquote.
Right.
Yeah, so right to that date.
Yes. So, that's that. All right. Well, I've had enough of this.
Yeah.
This is what happens when you don't have time to do show prep.
Mm-hmm.
It's also what happens when you rush, and it's not good.
I think it was good. Yeah, it was a different kind
I mean,
of taste.
I could sit here all day and read comments.
Did you go through everything on your list?
My list?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, eat local, win local, mall opening, casino, dirty laundry, Hanes. Make sure you beep your horns when you pass by there.
Beep, beep.
Buy
There's
a
people
mask.
standing right there on the corner.
Wise guys, fly over. COVID update. Yeah, I
Buy
got it.
masks, yeah.
It was a very short.
Any new directions on wearing masks and all that stuff from the government? Or telling people not to wear masks? Are they required to wear masks?
Oh, we're going to be wearing masks until January.
But it's weird because
Most
some
likely.
stores, as we discussed in the last podcast, some stores don't really require people to wear masks, and you can still see random people without masks.
Yeah.
In public spaces.
Wow. Well, yeah, but all right. So going back to, and we hit this up. I mean, I've hit this up a couple of times.
Mm-hmm.
So on May 20th in Connecticut, they're going to open up, right? Somewhat.
Whatever that means, yes.
Relax some of the stay-at-home order. And it's still a stay-at-home order, but they're going to let some businesses go. It's the business's responsibility to not let people in without masks, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Why don't you read that comment on the bottom?
What's the bottom one? I can't read that far. I got to read it over here.
All right. Kimberly says, you're too self-critical. You're very charming.
Oh, I'm very charming. Thank you.
Keep on buying those masks, Kimberly.
Kimberly bought the bling mask.
Yeah?
She bought a bling mask, which we do still have the bling mask. I don't have a picture of it, but we...
you can imagine. Close your eyes and I'll describe it.
Yeah, but we have the other masks still available, and we'll even do special logos if we have enough notice and if there's enough of them.
Need be, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we can't just do one, but... You know, we could
But
certainly
weren't
do
you
10 or
complaining
20.
your hands hurt from the scissors?
Yeah, you know what? I hit like from cutting through so many layers of fabric. I guess I'm hitting like the nerve in here, and this part of my thumb right here has no feeling whatsoever, like the very tip. And then if I push here, it sends that tingling feeling all the way down. So I don't know if I don't know if that'll go away or not.
What about those kids that sell soccer balls and cutting leather is like harder than cutting fabric?
Where do you go that you see kids selling soccer balls?
China.
I have
China.
I have noticed that the panhandlers are out in full
And
effect
Lynn
now.
Mass.
Now that there's beautiful weather out, and they are wearing masks.
They haven't slowed down. Even when it's rained, they're still hanging out there.
Yeah, but they have masks on at least.
Yeah, COVID didn't put no dent in that activity.
What did?
COVID.
Yeah.
COVID.
Okay.
China.
All right, I'll give everybody one last chance here. Write your comment or your question because I gotta go pee.
Have a sip of water right there. Water.
There's no water in that.
Potassium.
Potassium. What? To make me stop to pee?
No, to make your bones not hurt.
Oh, potassium. Thank you, Sue.
You can eat a banana or two. I think that's high in potassium.
My dog loves bananas.
Yeah?
Did you know if you go to Starbucks, you could get a puppuccino for free for the dog? And it's a little cup, and it's got Cool Whip in it for the dog. And then if you go to Sonic, you could get...
What the hell are you talking about, Joe?
If you go to Sonic, you could get a what?
A doggy sundae.
A doggy sundae for free, right? And it's vanilla ice cream with a little bit of peanut butter.
Either peanut butter or doggy treats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So everybody's getting very dog friendly lately.
Yeah.
All right, where are the questions?
Yeah. Well, Joe?
Yes, Jim?
You should say goodnight.
Huh?
Say goodnight, Joe.
Where are you? Oh, there you are.
Oh, there I am. Hey, look.
Yeah. This is our setup, by the way. It's very interesting.
Yeah.
So anyway, I guess that's it. There's no more questions. So everybody can't bitch and complain that I didn't read the comments.
They will.
Well, because I'm here reading them. I don't see Bert anywhere, our resident troll, not showing up anywhere. He still hasn't contacted our lawyers.
Yeah, Bert, contact Larry, the lawyer.
Yeah, there's no...
He'll tell you what's going on.
There's no other questions. I think I addressed everything on
Larry
here.
Do you feel like you read all the comments?
Yeah, I did. I mean, I had to go back and see the one, but...
That's kind of hard to read him, though, while you're doing a show, right? Because people are talking, and some people are talking about their own things that not pertain to the show.
Well, that's okay, but we have to work out this because I can't hold the phone.
Can you see that?
It. Huh?
Is
No.
that readable for you or no?
No, that's not readable for me. That's too small.
So the other thing was to do it sideways.
Right. I'm not going to turn the room or the TV sideways?
No, your cell phone sideways, and then those comments will show up as people comment on the left side over there.
Right. That's the way I want it, like that. So I can read and see.
All right, well, if you like it that way, then just keep your phone sideways.
See, even my sister said bye. So that's time to go.
Oh.
All right. Well, I guess that's it.
Yeah,
right?
I think everyone's concentrated on the COVID thing. Even the news doesn't report anything other than that.
Yeah. Well, what I want to do is
nothing much going on.
I think for the next episode, I want to definitely do show prep because this is a disaster. But anyway,
we didn't talk. But we're going to talk next episode.
What?
Shows, like TV shows.
Oh yes. So, well,
you want to do it now, or you want to just wait till next week? Next week we can prep a little bit more and be more professional.
yeah, we'll do it next week. Well, I want to do little segments. So I want to do. I mean, we obviously have
There's
our
your buddy right there.
Dirty laundry.
We have our dirty laundry. Oh, there he was. We have our dirty laundry segment, and I want to do binge-worthy TV shows and movies because, and actually, one of the things my sister loves to watch is The Blacklist, and because their filming got interrupted from because of the pandemic.
Right.
They animated the last couple of episodes. I'm
Really?
not sure if it was just the last episode. It was the season finale.
What's Blacklist all about?
Well, we'll go into it next time, but they animated it, which was like pretty cool.
Was that cool? Do you watch it?
I watched the first couple of episodes, but I have to watch more.
Was that cool transition from like film to animated?
Oh no, I didn't see that episode. I meant
that'd be
the
cool.
Blacklist.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're gonna definitely do. So if you guys have anything that we should be watching on TV, whether it's a series or a movie, email us at dirtylaundryct@gmail.com so we can watch it and then we could review it and talk about it and see if it was worth it or a waste of time.
Right.
But
we have different opinions on stuff too.
Yeah, I want to really do a bunch of segments so that way this show's a little bit more structured.
Right.
I don't care.
Well, let's ask our listeners to what do you want to hear from the show? What do we provide? We provide local news a little bit.
Yeah.
We don't talk about national news that much.
Yeah, I want to do more like I don't want to
State.
do. I mean,
Everyone does national.
I like doing the dirty laundry bit because I think calling people out on their bullshit is what we do best.
Right.
It's standing up for the
I
little
think it's
guy.
just the way it's framed, though.
Right. I mean, I think standing up for the little guy.
Should I talk with my hands
and
more?
calling people out on their bullshit, which I enjoy doing, whether it's local or not. I think everybody can kind of associate with whether it's a bully or somebody just being a douche. I think everybody they might not know that exact situation,
Right.
but they can recognize it.
But if you frame it right, you make it relevant to people
Right.
everywhere.
Yes, exactly.
Susan talking about graduation projects. So
Yeah.
the schools, I think the high schools here in Meriden used to do graduation project for all the high school graduates.
Well, project graduation, it's called.
Oh, something like that.
Yeah.
And they would go into the big hall and
Right.
drink soda and eat chips.
Yeah. Well, there's not going to be any of that.
No.
There's not going to be any graduations. They're doing virtual graduations, which I don't know. It's kind of weird. There was one principal, I can't remember from where, somewhere in Connecticut, that drove to every single one of the seniors' houses.
And got COVID.
No, he didn't get COVID. He didn't get COVID. But they canceled all the fairs pretty much. The Berlin Fair, the Durham Fair. The Big E is still going on. Well, come September,
So
apparently.
far, it's still on schedule.
Yeah, it's still on schedule. But you know what? If you go to the Big E, you are guaranteed to catch something.
Right. Yeah.
I enjoy going. I mean, I like going to the Durham Fair.
Durham Fair is nice.
Durham Fair is really nice. It's
I like Berlin Fair because you can just park in one of the factories, big parking lots, and they bring you on the bus.
Yeah. All right. I think we're done. What do you
Bye-bye.
think? dirtylaundryct@gmail.com. You want to be a sponsor? You want to ask questions?
Send
let
us
us
suggestions
know.
of how the show should be structured.
And let us know what movies to binge watch. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
That's enough.